You have 1 minute left in the setup period. I would like to remind observers and judges to turn off cell phones and other handheld devices. Also, please note that no one may leave the room once the presentation has begun. Now begin your presentation.
Despite all the media attention on plastics, with issues like single-use items being in the spotlight, production has grown.
Production didn't just grow, it beat. From 2018 to 2019, plastic production grew globally by a sizable 40 million metric tons.
Plastic now outweighs all of humankind in total mass, and there are very little signs of things slowing down.
To tackle such a global issue, we started locally. We looked at our own campus by recording micro audits and reviewing audit data from past news providers.
What we found was anywhere between 200 to 400 kilos of plastic waste exited our campus daily through landfill-directed trash.
We knew we had to drive sustainability in our community.
I'm Sam, and this is Charlson, and this brings us to Project Hatchet, the axe to plastic waste.
With Hatchet, we are tackling plastic waste by driving livelihood to a circular economy.
This social enterprise provides education, manages processing and collection, as well as the sale of the final end product, taking plastic waste and unwanted material and turning it into something valuable.
This is our project.
We first partnered with Precious Plastics, a global community of plastic recyclers, who provided us with base designs for modular machinery that could process plastic waste into new product with zero new material needed.
We built the first machine, which is intended to shred plastics that we collect. With this, we can minimize the overall space that plastics takes up, which is a major cost issue during municipalities.
Our second machine was built last year with the goal of a prototype to tap into a new and booming market in 3D printing. We succeeded in producing our first product, 1 kilogram roll of 3D filament.
This year, we want to broaden our product potential and build an injection machine, but needed a bit more expertise.
We researched the SAIT School of Manufacturing Automation and were able to become the client for 2 mechanical engineering capstones.
We also connected with SAIT School of Business to talk about business capstone to help us understand more of the mechanical market potential.
Capstones are projects that students execute for an industry client over the course of their last semester, with a showcase day in April.
The first capstone, automation and design, is building a retrofit injection mold machine.
The second capstone team, design and development, is tasked with creating the mold itself that will be used to produce our first injection molded product.
These capsules are funded through Senate grants and awarded to us by 2EM, our sponsorship making be financial, and our watch founder.
In April, these capsules present their final projects and results, with over 500 plus attendees during the showcases made up of industry, students, and faculty.
During these showcases, we'll be selling the final products created by injection mold machine and our 3D filament, showcasing not only our current products, but also surveying attendees with future product ideas.
This allows us to generate revenue, promote our approach, as well as drive open conversation, being plastic conscious.
Lastly, we have worked with our institution to provide collection services to set locations on campus, where we can guarantee a select intake of materials such as our faculty lunchrooms and the dental assistant program.
This is our current approach. Material is collected on campus through plastic dedicated bins. It is then picked up on an as-needed basis via notifications to the Hatchet team. From there, it is inspected for contamination, cleaned, and sorted.
From the stored materials, we shred into a fine which is going to be heated to a soft liquid and used to create 3D filament or an injection mold machine.
So far this year, we have collected over 220 pounds of material, helping conserve over 19,000 liters of water, and helping us reduce over 1,100 pounds of CO2 from being created.
We have directly impacted 350 people, indirectly impacted 212 more, and exposed 3 businesses to new green initiatives.
And lay the groundwork for a social enterprise that tackles plastic waste while driving sustainable education for better waste management.
But we don't want to stop here.
We are currently working on designs for what commercial scale will need to be profitable.
First and foremost, it's a more effective cleaning approach that utilizes organic cleaning process and recycles water.
We also know that to scale up, manual processing just can't cut it. As such, we're working on designs that will be used in large-scale production but maintain a modular approach.
With Project Hatchet, we're tapping into a growing market with the potential to be fully vertically integrated recycling. That's services from production to product, giving us a more competitive edge.
Lastly, we want to explore ways in which we could increase our social and economic impact. We believe there's an opportunity not yet tapped into.
We have open conversation with the plastic bank, who provides return value of collected plastics in developing areas around the world.
We want to apply this model to aid the homeless population, who we believe could benefit and exit homelessness and gaining stability.
All of this brings us to a wonderful social enterprise.
Tackling plastic waste, supporting those in economic hardships, all while driving stable education for the community.
We are Enactus SAIT.
And we bring the axe to plastic waste.
We'll now begin the question and answer period. Only judges may ask questions.
You mentioned collected e-clean source.
We currently have been working with the facilities on campus to allocate space, and so right now we've built a renovation and allocate space in the storage. So currently for the initial product is 3D filament. Here. So the first product is 3D filament, and we actually priced it at $25 per reel, which is the industry average right now. In terms of the actual profit margin, because we don't have any initial costs, the profit margin is 100%. That being said, we have done modeling to ensure what it would look like in an actual industry standpoint, and it's roughly 47% is our gross margin.
And what are you doing with the profit right now?
It gets reinvested back into the product to scale.
We talked about dollar state production of weight, $30.39.
So that actually is calculated based off of what it would cost for new plastics to be created. So the new cost in terms of plastics being created is still substantially low, right? But we still have potential cost savings to actually utilize the plastic waste.
Another question, how are you marketing and educating your student body to recycle their plastics as opposed to just throwing them?
So one of the big things that we do right now with the dental system program is we actually go into their classrooms here and we talk about the initiative, we talk about what material is accepted, how to manage contamination, and what we're looking for from them and the intended outcomes.
Is your end product fully recyclable, and what do you do with items that are donated for recycling and recycled?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Is your end product fully recyclable?
Yes.
And what do you do with items that are wish cycled and used in the process? Do you want to find ways to recycle it?
So for example, for certain plastic material types that are non-recyclable or they can't be reformed, we're still actually holding on to them until we can actually find alternative solutions. For contaminants, if there's an avenue in which they can be recycled or repurposed, we should do our best to ensure that happens as well.
You mentioned the homeless population and engaging them. Do you want to touch on that?
Yes, so the intent is just to provide an economic support. We absolutely know that homelessness is got a multifaceted in terms of issues that it stems to. That being said, we just wanted to tap into an industry and a market that already is vulnerable and involved in terms
Your
of waste.
time has expired. Judges, please join me in thanking the SAIT Enactus team for their presentation and hard work.